Hey folks, another teardown time episode. We've got a couple of instruments I picked up on a curbside pickup. These look to me like some kind of hair removal devices using high intensity light. We'll get into that in a moment. But basically, and they look a little torn up, and that's not how I found them actually. It's just I'm preparing them for the teardown, and they're extremely difficult to open up, which you'll see in a moment. But if they look kind of damaged, it's not how they came. They were perfectly in good shape, and I just got them ready for the teardown, so wouldn't have to watch me spend an hour trying to pry these things apart. But basically, this is a machine that will shave hair. This part here shaves hair. I'll try to run it for you. I can turn it on. There. Okay. That pulls hair out. Okay. And it's a cartridge, see? And on the other side, we have another cartridge that is a light. It's a high intensity light, which, and that again, I opened it up here, so don't look at that. But it's not working. And I'll explain to you why in a moment. These things are connected through smart chips to count down a certain number of hours, and you don't want to exceed that because they can potentially explode if they're overused. So I think for safety reasons, they probably limited it. Either that, or they're just, this way they can get a returning revenue on it. But this is called the Me by elos. That's the unit there. Okay, you can see the cartridge for the light. You'll see is showing empty. See, nothing left there. And then that's the level that you can play around with, high, low, medium, and you press that, and it's supposed to activate the light. But here the light doesn't work, okay? Because the chip is telling it that it's spent. And for all our Israeli viewers out there, this is made in Israel. SyneronBeauty, and that's the location there. A model number, and that's software and applicator. Okay, and then we have another device here called the Bella Light. Also, if you see any damage on this, that's me. I tried to crank this open. This is impossible to open. Trust me, there are no screws under these foot pads. This one is called Home Skinnovations Sensil Apple Bella Light. That's all the info here. Manufactured 4311. So it's a bit old. And that's where, and also in Israel, made in Israel. So it seems like it's a similar kind of area. Is it? Yokneam? And what's this say? Is it the same town? Yeah, Yokneam Industrial Zone. So these could be, and what's that? Kochav Yokneam building. And this one is Tavor building. So anyway, they seem to be in the same neighborhood. So who knows? Maybe there's a bunch of companies they're all doing this stuff. Okay, so let's open this up because I managed to, or at least you haven't seen this in action. Let me just turn it on. Okay, first thing that you'll notice is a fan starts blowing here, okay, to cool down the lamp. This does not have the shaving thing, which the other one has. There's a button here to activate it. This is the cartridge here. See, it comes out like that. And it gets inserted like this. And when you turn it on, you can hear the fan starts going right away, obviously to cool down the light. And you can change the intensity level here of the light, like that. And I believe this is what starts the zapping process, but it's not working, obviously, because it's run out of cycles. So we'll have a look inside, hopefully, once I discharge the capacitors on these things so I don't kill myself getting the charge. Okay, so let's start with this. We have, and I'll just adjust the camera. I should unplug it. That would be a good idea. That's unplugged. You can see the light's still going here. Now it's off, so let's hope that's done. We're gonna start with the base unit. So I unscrewed the corners. There's one screw hidden under here. And this whole part, take this plug out, lifts off. And there's the inside. Okay? So there's a ribbon cable going off to this control panel. A whole bunch of large caps in there. This guy here is a 400 volt, 270 microfarad capacitor. That's the big one. There's a fan on the end here. A lot of circuitry, actually quite a bit for what I would have expected on this type of device. But yeah, there's a lot going on here. We have a high voltage transformer there. There's another transformer there that looks like it's controlling the mains. So this one here, I'm not sure if it's actually for the mains or if it's having to do with the lamp. Because what you'll notice is this thing here, which runs off to the lamp, it gets connected through here, through some quite large things there. This transformer, there's a heat sink on some power thing there. That's going to the fan, okay. Applicator is connecting there. And that's applicator high voltage, HV. So I'm guessing that this transformer feeds the applicator. Now we can try to remove the board, although I don't see where it's connected. It might be glued down, to be honest, to the underlying plastic. I don't see any screws at all. But I didn't get into this too far, but see, I'm trying to, there. See, this is what I mean. The whole device is like this. It's all snapped together. Okay. You want to try to discharge some caps here? Let's see. Okay, that did spark. Let's see if these ones, oh, you saw that spark. Let's discharge these caps before I shock myself here. There's two big blue ones here. That one. We've got this big 400 volt one. Okay, so I think we're safe now. Okay. So that's the transformer. Looks like goes here, all the windings under there. And that runs off to this cap. And then I'm not sure where it goes off to the high voltage, but it must be leading off here somewhere. So the back of the board is quite simple. On the front side, we've got all the smart circuitry here. No doubt some custom stuff here. SW70895. So that's the, I think we did see some version numbers over here. Applicator SW, but yeah, I'm not sure what that is. And we'll see if there's anything under the sticker, if we can peel it off. Or if it's, are we gonna end up rubbing the info off the chip? I don't know. Can't get in there. Okay, I can see something. Let's zoom in. Okay. Microchip PIC 24F. Okay. There's some stuff there. That seems to be the brains of the entire operation. Okay. So that runs this machine. Now, how does it work? Let's put this aside. and go to the actual applicator. And like I said, I did manage to open it up. This here, we're gonna open that in a second, but that's the lamp. High intensity lamp that kills the hair follicles. This here is actually, believe it or not, a USB. And I put this into a computer just for fun, and it just turns on and it powers this thing. So there's a motor in here, and it just makes this rotate and cut hairs or pull out hairs. So we'll open that in a second as well. And this was all nicely connected together very, very tightly. And I still am not able to open it fully, but I was able to get in here and lift maybe this thing up. This has lights underneath. There's a light pipe, you see, right there. And these lights show you what it's doing. Obviously right now, so I have to open it in there. It looks like there's a screw. I finally found out there's a screw there, and there's one more screw under here, maybe 2 more screws. There we go, 4 screws. They're all underneath this, which was glued down. So now I think we should have better luck opening it without having problems, if I can get the screwdriver in here. No, it's really, really, really tough to open. This is bound, really bound down, and my screwdriver is not able to handle it. But I'll have to pry it open because I can see the screw holes. I just can't open it up. Let's try to open these other components first. These are much easier. Here we have the shaving or hair pulling aspect cartridge. Okay, and if we open this up, oh, now that is disgusting. I did not expect that. Oh my God. So this is what happens when you remove stuff that you find. Oh geez. Anyway, there's a motor in here. There's really not much happening. It's just pulling off some voltage off of this, and maybe there's some feedback coming so it knows, but oh, remind me not to ever do that again. All right, the other one. All right, let's see what's in this. Let's open it up. And I hope we don't get another surprise. Okay, here we are. So here we have some kind of a filtered, that looks like a filter of some kind, a very thick piece of glass with, actually not a thick piece of glass, 2 pieces of glass slid into this chamber. You see? There's one there, and there's another one in there. Essentially, it looks like it's filtering the light, and that's the lamp right there. Some kind of a very bright lamp. Now, obviously, at this point, it's completely useless. If you touch this thing, it's completely useless because the oil on your fingers will likely cause the lamp to explode as soon as it heats up. This thing probably heats up a tremendous amount, but there's some kind of reflector shield underneath. We'll get that out of there. And here's the lamp. And what I've heard actually in the past is that these things have some kind of a timer built into them so that the unit knows how long they're supposed to last. Now, I don't see anything, although I believe that package right there, that tiny little one, could be a counter right there. We'll have to look and see if there's any identifying mark on it. It says B1HK. But yes, I've heard that even a little package like this with 5 leads could have a counter on it. And I mean, that would explain why there's so many connections on this. I mean, yes, there's probably one to power the lamp, and then a bunch of stuff here that's just going to this chip. in order to talk to it and increment the count number. Okay, but that's the working bit right there. And then finally, if we can just get into this thing somehow, maybe on camera, we can see if there's any more stuff going on in here. I'm just very surprised at the complexity of this thing, to be honest. I mean, there's a huge amount of electronics still stuck in here. You see? There's, it's not just the dumb wand. You think maybe everything would be handled by the main unit. I mean, there's enough going on here, right? Why is there even more in the actual applicator? By the way, here we have, this thing opens up and you can see here what looks like a little temperature, probably a temperature sensor right there, thermistor. Under here is a fan. So yes, there's some circuitry in here for the fan as well. Okay, here we go. Starting to make some progress. But look at what's in here. Again, a lot going on. I'm just surprised. Here we go. Okay. So we have, and sorry, I know we've damaged a little bit of it here. That looks like just a couple of buttons. That was the board that was underneath the buttons. We have ferrites on here. I'm shocked. I don't know why that's needed, but yeah, there's ferrites or something on there. There's our fan. Okay. We have another board here with some software number. See if we can remove that and see what's underneath. Okay. Let's zoom in. It's a Motorola chip. Mm, 12086 EG. Is that MC or NC, OC, 24F, 16KA? I can't tell. But that's, oh, hold on. IC. Okay. And there's something else there. And then we have this and a can. What could it possibly be? Let's open it up. Can we open this? Yes. Okay, these screws are coming loose. Yeah, I'm a little bit surprised at the amount of tech that's even in the handle of this thing, to be honest. I would not have expected this much to be in the handle. You'd think it would all just, I mean, if it's just a lamp and a shaver, why is all this here? I mean, it's not sensing anything, is it? Is it reading, you know, something about the skin while it's doing it? Because I don't see any sensor. I see only, you know, there's a lamp mechanism, and that's it. So I'm very curious to know why there's so much in here. Okay, last little bit. I mean, I could be wrong. Maybe there is something sensing in here, and it's looking at the condition of the skin. We'll find out in a moment. Okay, this is just a board that interfaces to the lamp, what you're seeing here. Okay, this is the board. That interfaces to the lamp. This is what interfaces to the shaving hair pulling thing. These two clips that you see here, surprisingly, were connected to these guys here. You see that little metal thing right here that pops down? Believe it or not, this tab was slipped over this. Okay, and this is plastic. Why did they do that? Why was that clipped on there? I have no idea. Unless it was sensing maybe something. Maybe touch, if you have your hand on it. I mean, it looks like a fingerprint. So could it have been some capacitive touch sensor? And on the other side of the handle, over here, if I can find it now. I don't know where it went. But yeah, there was another one of these, which was holding onto this side. So maybe it was something like that. Anyway, then you have these boards connected at 90 degrees to each other. Oh yeah, touch, that gives it away. Touch. Those two white leads go right to those two spots. So it's some kind of touch sensor. And then finally, and that's soldered onto here, you see, on the edges. Let's see if we can break this apart. Okay. And let's find out what's inside here. 2 cans soldered on. How are we gonna pull this off? I don't know. And it's a pretty thick board, a lot of layers. But if I can somehow get under here, oh, there we go. There. Okay, heat sink compound. Let's pull that off. And what exactly is that? Good question. Okay, let's flip it, see what's here. On this side, same thing. Okay, again, it's all gummed up here. Heatsink compound, see? And another device. So what is this? Looks like some kind of ceramic. It's held in by these clips. So what exactly is this thing? Here. I'm now removing the clip. There we go. So we got these 2 magnets. Magnets or some kind of ferrous ceramics. They're not magnets. They're forming a chamber like this around this coil. It's almost like a transformer coil or some kind of, yeah, look, one side has 1 loop, the other side has 3 loops, but they don't look like they're connecting. Well, no, it's a spiral. See, it goes around and around and around and comes back here. And then this thing, it's almost like amplifying like a transformer. But yeah, curious, very curious. I have no idea what this is. If you have any idea, please let me know. And there's some chips on there again. It's hard to say exactly what they are. The light angle isn't very easy to see it. No. Anyway, I'm zooming out, and this, my friends, is just one of these hair removal kits, and I haven't even gotten to this one. So I think we're going to leave that for another video because my time is running short here. But there you have it. I mean, that's a lot of complexity, a lot more than I would have thought for a device that's supposed to just have a high intensity lamp, which I lost it already. Here, high intensity lamp and something to shave hair. I won't bring that out because it's disgusting, frankly, but that's basically all I thought it was doing. Activating a lamp and activating a small motor. And yeah, there's a lot more going on in here, which I would have never suspected. And if you have any ideas what these are, please let me know. But again, thanks for watching for now. Hope you enjoyed this video. Bye for now.